hate this stuff. Let's see, how do I fix this? Well, I know how to fix it, but why does it do that? Hey, flow here. Linux doesn't have a very good memory for like display capture stuff. Okay, so yeah, I'm back. No reason really, just haven't really slept or anything, so I just decided I may as well work on this for a bit. I probably won't be on very like super long, most likely, but never know. Honestly, you never know. So what I'm gonna do, I guess, is just well, let me look at stuff here. I don't even know where I'm at with this. Okay, is that song? I think that song's stuck in forever loop. Let's just get on with it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let me see. I was doing a bunch of crap offline. Let's see if I can. I thought I still had the video editor open. I guess I must have closed it, but I don't remember. I was trying to figure out if I could do anything in DaVinci Resolve. So I got DaVinci Resolve working. I mean, it works in Linux, but the thing is, like I mentioned earlier, you have to convert all of your files to like a huge format. Like, I don't even know what the name of this format is that I had to do, but it's a MOV file. So, you know, like the old QuickTime style container, and but it's basically uncompressed. So when you convert to that format, it's it was like 200 gigabytes, and that's for like an hour long video. So imagine if you had like some of my live streams are like, you know, 2 or 3 hours. So that would be like almost a terabyte just for one video. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but if you convert it to that format, there's actually a couple options. Whatever that one was, I already forgot what it's called. Or ProRes. Then you can edit stuff in DaVinci Resolve, which is cool and all, but it takes a long time to write those files, you know, with FFmpeg or some kind of conversion. Takes a long time to do that, and then you have this giant file that's just needlessly large, because it's not even like, I mean, the file that I started with was a H.265, so it's not like it needs to be that big. So anyway, it's just stupid. It's an annoying process, because if I ever want to use it, I have to go through that extra step. So I don't know how much of that I'll be doing. Anyway, what I was trying to do, and I did not succeed, because it's hard. Like, so there's this massive lens flare. It looks good until about right here, and then it starts fading into this ridiculous lens flare. To be honest, I might just leave it Yeah, it's terrible, but the alternative is, I mean, I could work on it a little bit. I don't know. Thing is, I don't know DaVinci Resolve that well. I knew it somewhat, I don't know, a couple years ago. I was using it pretty regularly. But man, it is not intuitive. I was trying to get back into it earlier today, and I was like, this thing sucks. It's just, unless you use it all the time, it's kind of like Blender. It's not intuitive. Like, I don't like to say rude things, but it just has bad UX. It just has bad. You open it up and you don't know what to do. Like, you kind of almost have to like do a bunch of Google searches, say like, wait, I see this weird screen in DaVinci Resolve. What am I looking at? How do I do stuff? Like, obviously, if you've been using it for a while, it comes very naturally. But like, if you forget or it's your first time opening it, it's not natural to know what to do. It's the strangest thing ever. But anyway, I was trying and not getting very far. Its keyframing system is confusing, I'll tell you that much. I was never an expert at DaVinci Resolve anyway, but I knew quite a bit about color grading because I actually did quite a bit of that. So I learned, all the tricks, I guess, and I still kind of remember some of that stuff, but I didn't do any of the like node, I don't know, what is it called? Fusion stuff. I didn't even really do a whole lot of cutting, but I wouldn't mind using it for like cutting videos because I think it's pretty snappy for that. I'm assuming it is anyway. Thing I don't know is if it's like stable. Was it just S? Not S. Anyway, I would have to learn all the keystrokes, and I would go insanely slow at first because I never really used it for that. I primarily used it for color grading back in the day because it has by far the best color grading system of any software. It puts everything else to shame, like no contest. It's unbelievably powerful for color grading. It's like ridiculous. Really all I was trying to do though, like, okay, so I can do a color grade, but I was trying to like add keyframes and I was having the hardest time. It's not intuitive at all. But I could look up and just ask, AI, like, how do I do this? Save some time so I don't have to like relearn from scratch. But anyway, it's weird. The interface is very restrictive too. Like, maybe if you buy the DaVinci Resolve Studio, the $300 or whatever version, maybe they give you a little bit more flexibility, but like, I don't know what they were thinking with this. Like, there's a ton of massive white space that's just wasted. Look, and you have this stupid tiny preview window. Like, you have to zoom in to see anything, and it's just lame. I know there's different workspace settings and stuff, but I think from my memory of how it was a couple of years ago, it seems like they sort of clamped it down a little bit for the free users. I don't remember. Maybe you can. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, I guess you just have to know all the keystrokes to like switch between views. Otherwise, you'd be like going all the menus all the time. It'd be extremely inefficient. But obviously, they have keystrokes. So you got. Whoa. All right. Well, they have good views, but the default view is garbage. Like, this thing is trash. Oh, that's good. I like this. Whatever it was on the default was trash, but this is actually pretty nice here. That's how this should be the default, really. In my opinion, but obviously This is used by industry professionals, so it's probably tuned for that audience, I guess. Anyway, I find it jarring when I open it up. I'm just like, what am I looking at? But you get used to it once you use it for a while, I guess. Anyway, what I was trying to do, didn't get very far, but I was trying to do a keyframed color grade so that, like, as soon as it, like right before it, oh man, that's smooth. That is nice. The fact that it scrubs that smoothly, it's so good. Definitely better than Shotcut. So, I mean, it's worth the time investment to relearn and use it, but the thing I don't like is I have to do those stupid file conversions. That's irritating. Let's just get rid of the whole color grade here. Which I don't understand that. Okay, if I come over here. See, this is just bad in my opinion. Like, if you click on a keyframe, in my personal opinion, that should like make the playhead go to it. Like, why doesn't it? There's a million tiny fruit flies in here. It's really driving me nuts. But okay, so how do I like get rid of these? You could delete them, but they're still there. I don't really get it. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, there we go. Anyway, I'm trying to get rid of this. There's a color grade applied somewhere. So, oh, was it in here? No, it must be in here. Here. I don't know. Somewhere there's a color grade being applied. This is just not intuitive to me. Like, you got this button over here, you got this button, like, it just looks confusing. If you don't hover over it and have the tooltips, it's like, what is this? I mean, I know that these little diamond things are keyframe buttons. That's the same in almost every program, but like, why is there two buttons? And I don't know, it's strange. Corrector 1. It's like so cryptic. Anyway, so I'm just trying to like, so I have a color grade applied. You can see how dark it is up there, and I can't seem to get rid of it. It's like, how do I get rid of this crap? Definitely not intuitive. There's no keyframes. Maybe there's one way over here that would explain it, I guess. Maybe this is the problem. Not this thing over here. So apparently somewhere along the line. Oh, okay. Disabled it. Okay, so that undid the... I don't know why that did what it did, but that got rid of the color grade, which is what I was wanting. So basically what I want to do is grab to where I see it's changing, which is somewhere around here, and set a keyframe, which... it's not intuitive. Like, there's no add keyframe button, so either right click and add, or maybe you click this. I don't know. Automatic keyframing. Okay, that's actually what I want. It's automatic. That's how it should be. So then if I and then I don't actually know what the difference is between a static and dynamic, to be honest. I'm assuming I would want dynamic. Let's try that. And it doesn't populate down. Oh, I guess, okay, never mind. Let's just delete that. If I have it on auto, then it should automatically make it as I drag these values, I guess. Nope. Of course not. Can't be that intuitive. See, it's not user-friendly at all. In any other program, if you're on the timeline and you change something, it'll automatically make a keyframe on that node on the timeline. That's just standard. But it does, I mean, maybe that attribute's not being displayed. And if not, why? I have no idea. But anyway, it's confusing. But yes, I am a noob to some degree. I've used it, but I haven't done any animation with it because basically I just did color grades. That's all I used it for. So I didn't really like do color grades over time with keyframes. It should be really easy though. I mean, why is it so needlessly complex? So maybe that means there's a keyframe there. I don't know. But then let's move it to the extreme. This is the most extreme right about there. So theoretically, if I that's the thing, it's not doing anything. Like, it's not changing that I'm dragging these sliders. It's literally not doing a thing. So it's definitely not auto keyframing like it's supposed to be. If it was, it would update this preview window up here, I should think. Doesn't do anything. I can drag this all over the crazy place. Doesn't do a thing. That's just nonsense to me. Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So auto keyframe apparently doesn't work from my perspective. Obviously I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what. I should think, by definition, I'm pretty good at UX. I self-declared pretty good at this stuff. Generally speaking, I learn stuff fast. If auto keyframing is enabled and you change a value anywhere, it should be adding keyframes to those attributes on the timeline. It's not. It doesn't do squat. In fact, you can't even change the attributes. They snap back to their original positions. That's confusing. That is ridiculously confusing. Like, why make it so confusing? It's just dumb. I hope they're watching. I hope they're watching this and they're like, oh yeah, he's right. That is stupid. Let's fix that. It's like bad. What are they even thinking? So I guess you have to manually add a keyframe even though it's on auto keyframe. It's like, what? And it still doesn't allow me to change these values. They just pop right back to where they were. That's just nonsense. Maybe I have to not have auto on. It's really crazy. I don't know. Nope, that doesn't work either. I have no idea. I kind of wish I could start a new file because it's possible I clicked on something weird at some point last time I had it open and now I can't reset it. I feel like the whole thing isn't working at all. Like, you push reset all normally under normal circumstances, that would snap everything back to 0 or 1 or whatever it's supposed to be. To do anything. Click, 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 nothing. Click, 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 nothing. That's just the buggiest thing I've ever seen. I don't know. I don't want to waste a bunch of time with this. I thought I would just open this and be like, oh, this is not that hard. It's terribly complicated. Or needlessly prohibitive. It fights you. It's literally fighting you as you're trying to use it. For no good reason. Anyway, I want to see... Oh, I forgot to open my... Rumble chat. Not that anyone's going to be there, but... Oh, there's somebody. Hey. Hey, Rumble Condor. Your screen is cut off. Yeah, it is DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, sorry about that. The one time that I forget to open it. And there's actually somebody there. He probably left a while ago. I don't know, but sorry about that. Let me get this off of there. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this. This isn't what I was planning to do today. I'm going to work on something else, but I thought if I could, I would see if I can at least get rid of this massive thing. I mean, this terrible color grade. The problem is I think so much color has burnt out of it that I can't really pull it. I can pull this area back where the roots are, but where the lens flare is, I already kind of tried this. Like when I was trying it earlier, I could actually get it to work. Now I can't get anything to work, but I don't know what the deal is. Oh, so stupid. You can't reset does nothing. Click, 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 nothing. These values don't change. They should. Maybe I should just like click off of color tab and click back to it and reset something. Very strange indeed. I find this program pretty much unusable. Sometimes I wonder if they actually made it almost impossible to use just so that they can feel like elite about being able to use it in the industry or something. I don't know, because it really does not seem logical how they set it up. The fact that these, like, I'm pulling at it and it just like magnetizes to the center, that doesn't make any sense. To me, it feels like it's bugged out, but I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to work, but to me, that's not working. Okay, so I can change these. For some reason, I can change the HDR tab, and I can probably reset it too, yep. But on this main, the primaries, it's all like locked in place. It's weird. It's also incredibly difficult to click on these keyframe little icons. I click on them and it doesn't register a click, so I have to do it twice. Like the size of them, you should be able to click anywhere. If your mouse pointer is in the region of that, you would think that would click it, but it seems like there's actually a smaller activation zone inside that circle. Smaller than the circle is. I don't know, that's what it feels like. Anyway, I don't understand the keyframing system, so I may not be able to get anywhere with this. I was hoping just to do a quick experiment here, but it's a nightmare. Nightmare City Supreme. I guess I could possibly do keyframes with this tab, but not that one for some reason. See, it's not updating the display. Oh, maybe, let me see. Maybe this has to be, no. Very confusing. Man, they just make this needlessly obfuscated. Okay, that's a hard word to say. Okay. Yep, I don't have a clue. that's a pain in the butt. Let me test this. I want to make sure this is working. Yeah, okay. That's frustrating. Why does it have to be so stupid? Eyes. What? In this day and age, they have a default light theme? That's disgusting. It's repulsive. Okay, oh, did I not say? I didn't say DaVinci Resolve. Okay. Thank you for being a yes man and telling me that I'm right, because it's true. Go to the color page, click the color icon at the bottom of the interface. Yeah, I did that. Open the keyframes panel on the right, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, that's showing, I know. Yeah. The keyframe, that corrector node itself, not the individual controls. Yeah, okay. Top of the keyframes, make all nodes, okay. Yes. Add your first keyframe at the start point, move to the playhead to the exact frame where you want to start. Yes. Yes, I did all this. I definitely did all this, and it did not work out for me, but we'll try it again. Maybe this is what I was dealing with. These were all locked. Maybe that was the issue entirely. Right, let's just try getting rid of these. Let's just start over right there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Man, that was painful. Why would they be locked by default? It also doesn't really make sense. Well, okay. Let me see. Let's undo all of this. Let's start over. Let's turn auto keyframing on. Just going to do all of them. Yeah, let's do that. And let's see if this works the way you would expect. It should just add them as you change the values over here. Actually, let's add one here because I want to keep it at that value there, and then let's move this way. See what happens now. Okay, now it's doing stuff that like a normal human would expect it to do. I've never understood why that value doesn't change anything. That's why I usually go to this. Oh, where did it go? Oh, I was on HDR. Okay, they should make those things not look the same. I think I've been confused by that in the past as well. But it is what it is. It's fine. Just gotta get used to it again. It's been ages since I've done anything with DaVinci Resolve. See, this is confusing. It's not updating the display at all. You can't even tell that I'm doing anything. That makes no sense. It's adding the keyframes to the proper nodes, but it's not changing the display up top. That's nonsense. That's so bad. That's everybody on Earth, guarantee, would expect that to do something. I'm not dreaming here. I'm not making silly stuff up. Like, you drag a slider that changes color attributes, you'd expect to see that reflected up here in your preview. Yeah? Yes. You do. So do I. But it doesn't do anything. That's just needlessly complicated. Okay, so I have auto keyframes on and attributes change on the relevant rows when I change them in color grading, but the preview doesn't change one bit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging how incredibly frustrating it is. It's stupid. No, that's not right. That doesn't make sense. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's correct. That's lame. This is bad. This is horrible UI. This is terrible. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, it's very... Isn't it just intuitive that if you click on a keyframe, the playhead would jump to it so that you know you're looking at that keyframe? Double clicking doesn't do it. Control clicking, shift clicking, alt clicking, right clicking. There's no snap to. So how the heck do you move the playhead to that position? Seriously, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. That's ridiculous. Of course, if you click on a keyframe, the playhead should like automatically slide over to it. Duh, yeah. Nope. That's terrible. So you have to like hope that you're on the right frame and it zoomed out like a million miles. That's garbage. Somebody should be fired over this UX stuff. It's terrible. It's so bad. How on earth do you know how to preview a keyframe? You have to like zoom in like till you've seen splitting atoms, and then maybe it'll actually... No, that's garbage, man. It's unusable software in my opinion. I don't know how people use this. Oh boy, fun times. Yeah, keyframing is awful. Absolutely terrible. Keyframing system. Completely terrible. I'm sure there's got to be some keystroke or something that I don't know about that allows you to snap the playhead to the actively selected keyframe. It's like double click, like triple click, like 600 clicks. Doesn't do anything. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this. And also, check this out. When I'm moving the scrubber up here, it does actually move that arrow down in the keyframes, but it doesn't follow the arrow. So you have no idea where that arrow is. That's so bad. That's horrible. Like you can't see where it is. It's like way out here to the right, hidden underneath the scroll area. Oh, that's horrible. That's brainless. Terrible. How can like the #1 video editor, you know, arguably one of the top 3, be this terrible? It's hard to believe. They don't even like normally like, okay, so scroll wheel goes up and down, that's normal, but normally shift plus scroll wheel would go side to side. It does not. Control does not. Shift plus control does not. So there is no way to use the mouse wheel to go side to side, apparently. It's like they didn't even think of any user experience standards at all. None. Double click on a keyframe, it doesn't bring the playhead to it. So as far as I'm able to decipher, there's no way to get the playhead aligned with a keyframe. So you can visually see the preview on that keyframe. You can get it close, but not right on it. That's just dumb. There's got to be a keystroke for that though. Like maybe if I push arrow keys, alt, arrow. Nope. Nope. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, take notes, UX people from DaVinci Resolve. If you're in this timeline ruler area, maybe just page down. Nope. There should be either some combination of arrow keys. In my opinion, like a good one would be alt, arrow, right, left. That will pop this playhead to the next closest keyframe on the timeline. Apparently there's no keystroke that does that, which is unbelievable. Like, so you can't click on them to jump to it either, or double click or right click and send playhead to. There's literally no way to get the playhead on that keyframe. That's absolutely mind-boggling that they didn't think of that. So yeah, that's terrible. The only way to guarantee that you're on a keyframe is to zoom in so far in that you can like nudge frame by frame until you're lined up. That's horrible. What? I can't believe that that's... Yeah, that's, as far as I can tell, that's the only way to guarantee that you're on the keyframe is to zoom in so stinking far that like the arrow keys do a nudge single frame at a time, and that's the only way you can. It's disgusting. It's putrid. I would go as far as to say that the timeline is virtually unusable unless there's got to be some hidden keystrokes. They don't tell you what they are, of course. Oh, brackets. Okay, alright. Okay, that's acceptable. Alright. Okay, we're on to something. It's not what I would have guessed, but that is a sensible use of a keystroke. Okay, that's acceptable. It still doesn't make sense that you can't double-click on a keyframe to have the playhead jump to it. That's unbelievable. That's sickening. That's shocking. The thing that makes that so bad, let me school the world. Imagine the scenario where you have keyframes that are a single frame apart on various layers up and down, and you need to ensure 100% that you are on a specific keyframe. Basically, no way to do it. Unbelievable. It's so bad. Yep, exactly. Pushing the brackets jumps to the nearest keyframe on any active track. So if they're like one frame apart but on different tracks, there's no way to like... that's so bad. If you just were able to double click on the diamond nodes... Oh my goodness, what are they thinking? Even like cheapo open source programs have this functionality. I've actually never seen any garbage, cheap, horribly written video editor that doesn't have like every single one in existence. If you don't even have to double click. If you single click on a node, it jumps the playhead. That's standard expected behavior. Yet DaVinci Resolve decides to have there be no way to do it at all. Not just there's no way to do it. You can use the brackets, but say you had like a cluster of nodes here and they're not all on the same frame, you wouldn't really know which one it's on. It's so garbage. It's the most unbelievably frustrating thing I've ever seen. It's at version 20. You would think after, I'm sure other people have mentioned this before, probably thousands. I would guess thousands of people have said, you need to improve your keyframe panel. How about just clicking on a node and the playhead jumps to it? Or at least, okay, say maybe there's a few people that don't like that functionality, then have it in settings or something. Still, that's bad. I could spend hours just like ranting at how horrible this is. Okay, at any rate, let's see if we can even do anything. Now I am verified on the keyframe, and when I adjust something in the sliders, it makes no visual difference. This is nonsense. Color bypass. Okay, let's check this. Might have accidentally toggled the color bypass function, which temporarily disables all color. Okay. Shift D. Let's try it. Nope. Oh, well. Oh, it's so confusing. That icon is not worst UX ever. The color bypass button is either colorful or Ghostbusters icon, which is off or on, meaning which will disable the preview. It's a double negative labeling situation where the meaning isn't clear. Colorful star is off, so color grading is active. Okay, that's what I expected, but it wasn't 100% clear. Okay, so it should be working. No, that doesn't change anything. Nothing makes any difference on the preview. I can make these as crazy wild as I want. It makes no difference. That's great. I like it. Color bypass is not the issue. Still zero change in the preview. This is just a waste of time. For something so basic as this should be so easy. What an what a nightmare. Yeah, I don't feel like messing with this right now. Just a waste of everybody's time, especially mine. Goodbye, Resolve. Figure you out later. That's disgusting. Disgusting UI, UX, whatever you want to call it. It's putrid. Okay, okay, so I ran my Python script, and this is what it does. Let's see, do I still have? Yes. Basically what it does is it creates these transparent PNGs with the text formatted exactly how I want using CSS and stuff. And then it creates a timeline or shortcut. This is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing for DaVinci Resolve. Let's just add some really garbage color filter, because shortcut's not very great. But so let's add a color grading thing in here, and let's just come in here and change stuff. Actually, let's undo that. So use keyframes for this parameter. Very intuitive. So now if I change it here, it automatically updates that selected with red highlighted keyframe. Very intuitive. Come over here, change that, it automatically makes a keyframe. And it's highlighted in red. And guess what? If I click on the keyframe once, the playhead jumps to it. Wow. So cheapo open source software, infinitely superior to DaVinci Resolve as far as the UX. As far as like what the software can do, obviously it's not as good, but I don't know what they were thinking with DaVinci Resolve. That's crazy. Anyway, that's embarrassing for them. And I don't mean to speak down to Shotcut. I actually like Shotcut. The problem, well, it has terrible color grading options. Like, this looks good, but this is pretty much all you get, and it's not really sophisticated enough. But at this point, it's going to work better than DaVinci Resolve, because I can't even get DaVinci Resolve to work at all because of how horrible the user experience is. So we'll try to use this, but the color grading in Shotcut is pretty minimal, and I'm not going to be able to get it to look good. See, reset. Okay. This is so much more intuitive though. Like, I get it, it's simpler, there's not as many features, but each feature is intuitive. Each one that they have, you can just figure it out by looking at it. Let's see. But yeah, my number one complaint with Shotcut is that it's fairly unstable. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this crashes while I'm using it right now. It crashes a lot. And you can see how choppy the display is. Like in DaVinci Resolve, that was like smooth as butter. I was like blown away at how nice that looks. This is like choppiest scrubbing I've ever seen. You can like, you know, do a proxy or whatever, but it's just like extra time. You have to wait to do all that. Yeah, you have to wait like 2 or 3 seconds just for the single frame to update in the display. That's pretty terrible. But overall, it's way more intuitive. It's just it's like clunky. Okay, so let's just see what we can do here. Not much, not like anything that's gonna look good, but at least I can make it like a tiny bit better, perhaps. There's no way I'm going to be able to get rid of this lens flare, but if I can at least make it dark enough that you can see what's going on, then that's good, I guess. It's better than nothing. But yeah, the color grading of features of this software is very lacking. But overall, it's better than not doing any color grading because it's like really pretty bad. They get a bad score on this also. For some reason the mouse wheel does not scroll side to side on this, but it does in the timeline. So it doesn't work on the keyframes, but it does on the timeline, which is strange. It's definitely an improvement, though. It's not great. There's nothing I can do about that. flare with this software. I actually kind of tried to use a smart window in DaVinci Resolve, or power window. It's really buggy. Like every other frame is like jumping between nonsensical display values. The shadows are so blue. It's like I pulled it massively on the color grading thing over toward red, and it still doesn't correct that. I mean, you can just see how blue it is right here. It's gross. I don't know what color model or technology they're using for these color wheels, but it's not very effective, whatever it is. Like, and the more I pull it this way, it's like way oversaturated on the red stuff too, so it's funny when it like just jumps into like that aqua color. It's a massive bug. Yeah, these aren't actually doing what you see. Like, you pull it away from the blue and purple area, you'd expect to get a change in the shadows. It really doesn't do what you would expect. It's almost like it's doing the opposite of what it should be. It's weird. Now it's not even doing anything. It's like the refresh is not working. Oh, good fun with video editors. I like them so much. It's so much fun, isn't it? I like it. It's not doing anything. You can't tell any difference on the screen. Probably just not refreshing. Maybe if I like resize the window, it'll snap out of it. I don't know. This whole entire area over here is completely purple. Like, even though I have this pulled the opposite direction of purple, it doesn't do a thing. I guess those kind of are midtones, but still, the darkest area should be not so crazy like that. That's ugly, man. That's so ugly. What in the world is going on? I don't have a clue what's happening here. Why can I drag this? Like there's a second layer on top of the other one. What is that weirdness? Okay. That is so whack. For some reason it got rid of my first keyframe. I certainly didn't do that. I don't think. Fun times. I like it so much. As weird as this is, I'd still say this is a better experience than DaVinci Resolve because of how bad their timeline is. It's pretty bad. But this is not great either. But at least I can figure out how to do stuff. Okay, guess we're almost back to normal here. Is this painful? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's like, it's so unresponsive and clunky. I think that's why it crashes so much when I use it. When I've used it in the past, is like just dragging a slider or anything I don't know what it's doing, but it's running through some pretty nasty refresh routines that take quite a long time to do their thing. I'm not happy at all with that area on the right that looks like totally blue and can't seem to pull that out of there. This is so gross. The dragging interface is so bad on these color wheels that it's better just to use the numeric manipulators. This is gross. Like, this is the worst color grading I've ever seen in my life. Putrid. Oh man, that's nasty. What is happening here? You have to restart everything because it's just doing nasty junk. Yeah, no problem, man. Got caught up in the moment. Glad to help. Oh man, this is gross. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm probably not going to last much longer because it's kind of annoying and I'm tired. My eyes are like going to seal shut pretty soon here. I'll have a digital print for you of the drawing. Oh, cool. That would be awesome. I mean, not necessary. Stephanie won fair and square. But of course, I would love to have one. Oh, I'm not happy at all with this color grading. It's gross. I'm gifting one to all the donators. Oh, cool. All right, I accept. You have me on Discord, right? Let me check my Discord. It seems like I do. I don't get on Discord very much, but I think we've connected there in the past. Let me check real quick. Send via Discord. Yeah, no rush. I just want to make sure that I have you as a friend or that we're connected somehow there. Oh man, I don't use Discord very much, so I'm not very good at it. Doesn't look like I. Oh, well, no, I'm part of your channel, your whatever thing. I'll just send you a thing. don't even know how to use Discord. I don't really use it much at all. But figure it out. There you are. Thank you. Thank you for the old timer. Alrighty. Are we like friends? I don't, for some reason I wasn't seeing you on my friends list. Oh, I had to expand it to all. Okay. Yeah, because you're offline. Okay, we're good. Okie dokie. Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty. Noise. But yeah, I appreciate it. I enjoyed the drawing. It's cool. I was sort of thinking like, when I was a kid, like dinosaurs were one of my favorite things. I think every boy, probably like 90% of all boys, like dinosaurs when they're, you know, a kid. So I enjoyed it. Ah, this is gross. I'm trying to use different video editing software. I was experimenting with DaVinci Resolve, and I'm using Linux, which I don't think that has anything to do with it. It just has really bad user interface. So I kind of ran away from it just a few minutes ago, and now I'm in Shotcut, but Shotcut is not doing me any favors either. They have really bad color grading. I'm just trying to see if I can fix this at all. Pretty bad. I had this really nasty sun glare on this. This is what it looks like without any filters. Just like, yuck. But I'm not really able to do much for it. It's really quite disgusting looking, but oh well. No, this is not DaVinci Resolve. I was using that earlier though, and I was not having good luck with that either. I don't really enjoy video editing, but yeah, I just don't like their user interface on DaVinci Resolve. I think it's a fantastic program. I think it's definitely top tier software, but they have some severe usability issues. Like, I think once you get more familiar with it, then it's fine. But if you haven't used it in a few years like me, and you forgot all the keystrokes and how to do stuff, it's kind of a nightmare. Okay, so saturation. This is just a freeware, open source software. Oh, this is gross. Wonder if this has white balance. Not that that's gonna help any, but I need to keyframe these two. Oh, it doesn't have tint. That's disgusting. That's nasty. What were they thinking? Just a color temperature, that's all? Ew. Forget that. That's gross. Well, whatever. This is probably not really worth fiddling with right now. I'll try to fix that later, maybe. If I don't, it'll probably end up crashing on me. Can tinker for hours. Yeah, this is putrid. Like, don't judge me by looking at this and thinking like, oh, he's happy with that color grade. Like, I want to vomit. Yeah, me too. It's bad. It's really, really bad. I see everything that's going wrong here. It's too green here. It's too blue here. It's too desaturated here. Everything is wrong with it. But I don't know what's wrong with these color wheel controls, but they are not, they don't give you the results that you expect. I'll just put it that way. So Yep. But the reason I'm using this, it's open source, free, and I can do Python scripting with it. So I actually wrote this script that does the overlays, so the Bible text overlays. So sometimes I'm out in the field and there's no cell signal, so I can't overlay the text on the fly, out in situ, as they say, and so I have to add them later in post. And the only reason I'm using this software is because I can script it, because it's kind of open source XML based, and so I can time and add the slides using Python script. But yeah, it's very clunky software, pretty choppy. Probably doesn't help that I have OBS Studio open, I'm sure, but anyway. I feel like I can probably get this Python to match these up a little bit better. It doesn't take that long, but I have to go through and like nudge these a frame at a time, typically, to get them to align where I want them to. And it really should be doing this in script. It's close, but it's just not exactly where I want it. But anyway, that's why I had it do this XML script thing to load it into Shotcut, because if I baked it, I could bake it straight in there using FFmpeg, but then I would be stuck with the timing that's a little bit off. Whereas if I bring it into here, I can actually fix it, which is pretty cool. This is so clunky. I'm trying to drag this thing and it's like not moving. But this has the alt arrows functionality, so you do alt and it snaps to the previous thing, which, man, DaVinci Resolve is severely lacking with their... Well, okay, it did have the brackets, so that works, but still, it's not very intuitive. L cut and J cuts. Yeah, I'll probably I wish they had an open source file type, but I'm pretty sure it's proprietary and probably compiled, or I think it's actually in a database, in fact, for DaVinci Resolve, and so I don't think I can script it to like output from my scripting stuff that I do. So that's unfortunate. There might be an intermediate format though, like there maybe DaVinci Resolve imports like an open source XML based kind of file, and then I could use that as an intermediate step or something. I don't know. I'll look into it at some point, but right now I just got to deal with what I got. It's not pretty. In fact, quite disgusting, but if I didn't have, I don't know what it is, pride, or I don't know what, it's not pride, I can't think of the word, but I go out on these hikes and I go to great effort to get to these locations, and I spend like a whole hour just setting up my cameras and mics and everything, and I sit there and do this reading. But when I have like a massive tech failure like this, in reality, I should just delete this whole video and go out again and record another replacement video, because it's so bad. Like it's just literally the worst situation ever. This is the only time this has ever happened to me. I've never had such a terrible lens flare on my camera. It's unbelievably bad, but so if I had any good sense, that's probably what I would do. I'd just delete this and go out again sometime and re-record these chapters, but such a shame. It feels like there's a history to it. Put another filter on it so it looks like it was done on purpose. That's a good idea. Yeah, just some like some VCR like grain and scratchy things. Yeah. It would kind of stand out as a sore thumb though, because all the rest of my videos are all like crisp and clear and proper color. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. It almost looks like I did it on purpose, but not quite. Okay, this one's way off. Just watch, maybe that video takes off. You never know, man. It's funny, like, I don't think rules mean... I don't know if you know Vampire Frog. He's been on DLive for... It's probably longer than I have. That goofball. Anyway... He always he's nice. He tries to encourage me, like I don't know if he's really trying to encourage me or just troll me, but I'll take it as an encouragement. He tries to give me little tidbits of ideas on how I could make my channel more successful, which you've also done that in the past. But as I've told everybody before, I don't really want to have a successful channel, but anyway, one of the things that I always say is I like to talk. I think you kind of do this too. Just keep the conversation going, even if nobody's in chat. You just kind of keep talking. Just because that's kind of what all the gurus on YouTube tell you to do. Like, just, even if no one's in your chat, just say something every once in a while. Otherwise, it's kind of dead air, dead space. I think that makes sense, but at the same time, if you're too jabbery like I am, I think it probably scares people away. And he was like kind of playing around with me when he dropped by yesterday or today. And it kind of made me think, like, you know what? That is advice that they give you, but has anyone actually ever verified that that's true? Or is it just like lame advice that doesn't work? You know what I mean? It all comes from genuine place. Yeah, no, I know that you guys all care. You want, we all want each other to succeed because we're friends. We always, if one of us takes off, everyone else will rejoice because it's like we're all the DLive family from a million years ago. So we, it's just the way it is. But yeah, I actually don't want to take off because it would have to be a pretty special scenario for me to actually want to be like a full-time streamer or whatever, because I find it kind of burdensome, to be honest. I don't really fit in with the culture. Like, if you knew me growing up, like what I'm actually like in real life, you'd be kind of surprised that I'm even doing this at all. It's not... I don't fit in. I'm not really... Well, I think everybody kind of knows that, but yeah, it's definitely true. I'm not really a streamer, typical streamer guy. Not made for this stuff. I'm not afraid to admit it either. Like I don't like to pretend I am something that I'm not, like act all confident and whatever. I don't really, I'd rather just tell it how it is. The only success is what you deem it to be. Whatever you see as successful, then it's worthwhile journey to make whatever that is a reality. Yeah, and I mean, in the early years, I wouldn't use the word success because to me, success generally has some kind of payout to it. I understand what you're saying though. Like for example, and I've had the same internal conversation. Like success could mean I am having fun, therefore I'm successful. But in reality, most people associate success with some kind of like gain of some sort, you know. And I generally kind of have fun. For me, it's not as fun as it used to be though, because the community aspect has kind of dwindled, and I used to have a lot of friends, and that made it kind of fun. And I still have friends, but you know, you're one of my friends, obviously, and Dale, and you know, I could list a bunch of people, but it's not the same. So I kind of do it almost out of, I don't know if it's some kind of weird sense of duty. Like I've done it for 6 years, so I have to keep doing it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think at some point I'll probably just throw in the towel, but at the moment it still works for me because I don't have any friends in real life that I see often, because I moved away from the city where everybody lives, and so it's kind of my only social outlet at the moment, so it still has some purpose in my life, I guess, or an accomplishment of being proud of what you create. Yeah, I don't have that. You have that. Like that makes sense for you because of your artwork and the effort that you put into your overlays, and just, you know, you're a very visual guy. I kind of gave up on that a couple years ago. I sort of just rehashed the same thing because I used to enjoy that aspect, kind of like high res, just, you know, making new overlays and playing with widgets and stuff like that. But these days, I just turn my camera on and don't take it too seriously. Your art is just as valid, my friend. Yeah, I kind of dropped off with that. I was actually drawing pretty much every day for a while, and then I don't know. I tend to have a very short attention span, so I pursue hobbies for a while, like with great diligence, and then I'm just like done for 6 years, and then maybe I'll come back to it like in, you know, who knows, sometime from now. That's just the way my brain works. I can't really help it. Probably one of those ADHD kind of disorder kind of things, because I just have I tend to have a very short attention span. I have a hard time sticking to hobbies. If there's something important, like a project that I need, well, oh man, I shouldn't even say that. I was about to say I'll do it, you know, I'll stick to the things that matter. That's not even true right now because I'm struggling with life in the sense that there's stuff that I'm supposed to be doing and I can't seem to do it. But normally I would be good in that area, but lately, not so much. Oh, great. I'm going to have to double check these because I noticed there's a massive bug right there. That's really great. Drawing, woodworking, bookbinding, hiking, photography, even video editing, it's all your art, I suppose. Not the video editing. that one doesn't qualify, but I accept the others. Video editing, not so much. I mean, it is if you're good at it. But me, nope. I'm not good at it. I can do the scripting part of it, though. I'm pretty good with the tech, nerdy, figuring stuff out. But as far as like good video editing with a bunch of nice cuts and funny humor and all that, nope, not a bit. Oh boy. You are extremely good at editing. Like I've watched some of your shorts, and you just have like that you know, you have the sense of like how to cut things so it keeps the pace going. I don't have that sensibility. For me, I just do long form. In fact, I don't really do video editing. Um, I don't cut the stuff out of the videos. It's literally just essentially a live stream without any cuts, and I'm just adding overlays on top of it, basically. Pretty basic stuff. I've always, I don't know, ever since I started live streaming, I'd lost any kind of passion for video editing. I don't really have any great interest in telling a story through video form. I'm more of a, I don't tell stories, I just share life, essentially, if there's anyone there to share it with. For some reason, my music just died. I think I don't see the player. I think it actually crashed or something. Where is it? Well, that's weird. Maybe I accidentally closed it. I don't remember doing that. That was strange. Thank you for sharing and putting it into the world. Yeah. I suppose there's a purpose for it. I haven't figured out what that purpose is. I think the purpose is, unless something else happens that I haven't seen yet. Oh, and by the way, I'm aware how garbage the color is up there. It's because I have some keyframes on the colors that I have to sort out after that point in time, but I'll go back to that and fix that because that's nasty. If you ever find the answer, share it with me. I will. I think it's if I feel like I've made a significant difference in somebody's life, and I'm sure you'll be like, because you're such an encourager, you made a difference. But I don't sense that I've made a big impact. You know what I mean? Not yet. Maybe that time will still come. It might actually be after I'm gone. You know, sometimes you don't get to live to see the impact that you've made, and that's okay. It's actually Hebrews 11, Hall of Faith. None of those guys got to see the impact that they had until they had already passed. It's just the way it sometimes is. I think it's Hebrews 11. I'm not very good at remembering passages, but... Okay. Yeah, this is kind of disappointing. I wrote this script to align the edges of the slides with where I'm talking, and it's close, but it's not perfect, so I have to like waste all this time manually nudging them, and I don't understand why it's not perfect because I have the timing data. It should be perfect, but I think it's just because I asked AI to do it, and it did a like pretty good job, but whatever its mathematical calculations were probably are not quite spot on. So I'll probably, at some point, I'll review the code and see if I can figure it out. It's like a drip not seeing the ends of the ripple when it drops onto the surface of the water. Yeah. And I'm actually okay with that because, well, honestly, I don't have the need, I don't have the actual, well, I don't know what to call it, but like, I don't need to know that I was important in life. I think a lot of people want to leave a legacy or something, like they want their name to be remembered long after they're gone, and I don't know, feel super important or something. I've never really felt that need, so if I just kind of slip out of existence someday, which obviously I will, everybody does, and nobody, remembers, that's just kind of the way things go, you know. I'll have a few friends that'll miss me, and that's kind of just the way it is. But that's also ambition. Like, I think it's not, like, I consider pride as often kind of a negative thing, but there's also just ambition. You know, there's people that want to make a mark on the world and make an impact, or I don't know. I don't think it's always selfish. I guess some people are just born leaders. You know, George Washington, or I guess Trump. You know, you think of politicians, but there's other kinds of people like scientists, doctors, teachers. Those kind of people are driven to make a deep impact, kind of a thing. And I guess a part of me wants to make some kind of impact as well, but it's more, for me, it's more like single life, kind of, you know, on my friends and family, and I don't really care to save the world or try to be an important historical figure or something. Okay, now, unfortunately and fortunately, I have to watch this because I noticed that massive bug. I'm going to have to make sure there's not other bugs, because if I bake them into my video after this long render, then I will be very annoyed. I also need to fix that color grading issue. That's pretty bad. See if I can figure it out. Man, these video editors are absolutely failing me. I inserted 2 keyframes, and I am pretty sure I didn't delete them, and they are nowhere to be found, because these buttons are supposed to, unless maybe the buttons aren't working, but they're supposed to snap to sequential keyframes if they exist. Maybe the buttons aren't working and they're still somewhere in the middle here. There it is. Okay, yeah, I guess the buttons aren't working. Oh, it's on the shadows. Okay, that's why. Okay. Let's fix it. Need to head out, pick up my wife from work. Cheers, man. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for dropping by and hanging out for a bit. I appreciate it. Means a lot. And thanks for thinking of me on that artwork thing. It'll be cool to see. I've never seen one of your digital artworks. It'd be interesting to see how your scans turn out. I've done a lot of scanning in my past, so I have a little bit of, or maybe you just take a photo. I don't know, but yeah, I have a scanner, and so I scan in my marble paper and whatnot. Anyway, we'll catch you later, man. Have a good one. Okay, let's see if we can get this fixed up here. I wonder if I can copy these. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It doesn't have a copy function, apparently. So that means I have to do this same edit somewhere else down the line. That's kind of crappy. Ugh. Is that real? There's no... Maybe if I add a keyframe that's really close to this one, it'll have virtually the same values, and then I can drag it out. That's probably a good way to go. Disappointed that the mouse wheel doesn't scroll inside this. What is this? Oh, that's strange. There's like an extra. Where did that come from? What's going on? Oh, that's just wacky. See, that just doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, this could use a little bit of color grading, to be honest, even on the part that doesn't have the sun glare, but I think I'm just gonna let it be. I haven't done any grading or any editing on my Bible reading videos thus far. Like, I don't improve them beyond the whatever they come as straight out of my camera, so I'm not about to start. I don't want to add like more processes that I have to deal with. I mean, I'm literally just using my cell phone at this, so I'm obviously not that picky about it. Otherwise I'd be using my mirrorless or something. Problem with my mirrorless, I have a Sony a6000, but it's not like the Panasonic, GH5 or any of those where you can, well, first of all, it's not nearly as good as quality as those Panasonics, and you can't just sit there and record for a long period of time. It has like a pretty limited duration, and then it just stops, and it doesn't restart, so you could be, like, see how far away I am from the camera. I'm sitting over there. If I was using my mirrorless, it would go for, say, like 30 minutes and then just stop, and I wouldn't even be aware that it had stopped. It would be very, very frustrating. So pretty much stuck with just using my camera. My phone. Until someday, maybe I'll get a GoPro or, something like that, I guess. Someday. Well, honestly, by the time I have money again and actually I'm thinking about, let's buy a camera, I'll probably just be like, why buy a camera? I'm probably not even going to continue live streaming anymore, to be perfectly honest. I kind of feel like my time is limited. Like, I'm not predicting a certain date or anything. I kind of feel like maybe my time is coming soon, as far as not throwing in the towel, but just like, I've done this live streaming thing for a good period of time, and I never planned to do it like for the rest of my life or something like that. So at some point I'll probably reclaim the time that it takes from all areas of life. This is painful. Let me zoom out, make it a little bit easier. So much of this video is arguably ruined by that lens flare. Maybe it means something. It's like the potatoes in Weird Al's UHF. This means something. Which, of course, is a parody of... what is it? Close Encounters of the... whatever, Third Kind? I can't remember what that movie's called. Okay, we're getting close here. It's gross. I'm not happy with this color grade, but I guess it is kind of a fried look, like kind of a stylistic fried look, which is not really that a good thing, but I guess it's a thing. It's something. Alright, so I'll start fading it out around there. Wow, I can't believe it's only 5:30. That's crazy. Well, I shouldn't say that because I was up all night, and so it's kind of crazy that it's 5:30 and I'm still up from the previous day. Like, it's 5:30 p.m. and I didn't go to sleep last night. That's kind of nuts, but otherwise, feels early. It's like, what? It's only 5:30? It's so buggy. It's just like every other frame of dragging on the slider makes it all green and stuff. This app could use a lot of work. I mean, I have no major critiques because it's open source and there's people dedicating their time to it and putting a lot of their passion and energy into it, so I wouldn't want to be a discouragement to them in any way, but it definitely needs a lot of work. It's quite clunky. But it is free and open source, so I can't complain. I don't understand why this seems like a bug to me. Oh, you know? I see. So this doesn't necessarily have the equivalent of auto keyframe, or if it does, I don't have it on. So it wasn't even saving. Oh, that's what was going on. It wasn't saving the edits I made on those keyframes on the other two color wheels because I did not have those little checkbox enabled. Lovely. Okay, I think this one's acceptable. Looks okay, I guess. I think I'm going to add a keyframe there anyway. What? That was user error. For sure. I just forgot to set the keyframes to be activated. It's a little, I would say that's a little bit, not a huge user issue, like a user experience issue. You just have to be aware that you need to activate those, which I should have known. I just didn't think about it. So all of that's probably like half of what I was experiencing. I was like, what? Why are these colors like changing or looking better? It wasn't saving the keyframes. I'm sure that's a big part of it. That was my fault. I accept responsibility. It's not a very good testament that I feel like I kind of have to use these numeric inputs because the way that these color wheels work is so clunky. I kind of have to do it that way. I'll probably try to go to bed early tonight. I might not even eat what I would call dinner, I guess. Oh, hey, I don't even remember what meals, if any, I ate today. I kind of just, I guess I had a really early lunch, like at like 10, 11 o'clock or something. Oh yeah, I remember. I ate something. This is the ugliest color grade I've ever seen. And it's not that I can't do a better color grade. Some people might look at this and not even understand. They might think it looks good. I know it looks horrible, like really bad. But the tools, I'm just really not impressed with these tools. Maybe there's a way to finesse them to do what I want, and it's just my lack of experience with these tools, but they feel pretty like they're missing something. Not very robust. Yuck, it's so gross. I don't like it at all. Ew, it's disgusting. I feel like there's, kind of just have to randomly click in here and get lucky. Like, yuck. I really don't like this. Oh, it's gross. Nope, it sucks. It's really, really ugly. Oh no, it's bad. I think I'm making it worse somehow. It's gross. Restart. Let's just start over. Let's see what we can do just without, there's something wrong in the mix there. No, sir. It looks like crap. It's the ugliest color grade I've ever seen in my entire life. That seems buggy. Like, so I have keyframes enabled, but for some reason the keyframe, add keyframe button is not there. That's strange. Wait. I don't know, man. This is kind of hopeless. I think I've gonna get to the point where I've done as much damage as I can do. Oh. Well, this isn't even what I was planning to do. I guess. Well, how I envisioned this stream to go, I thought I was gonna get this kind of action going on in DaVinci Resolve, but I couldn't get the stupid. I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't get the keyframe system to work so that it refreshed the preview window at all. It didn't make any difference how far I moved the draggers on the color grading stuff. It just made no difference. It was crazy. So it kind of didn't really... Yeah, this is weird. There's no add keyframe button here. I wonder if this is actually not... Oh, it's... Okay, that's bad. It looked like it was depressed because it had a dark color, but I guess turned on means it... Or blue means it's turned on. That's not very clear, but... Oh well. Okay, well, I got it somewhere. I mean, it's not... It's pretty bad, to be honest. It's really gross color grade, but I think it's better than it was when I started. So, no color grade would look like that. That's pretty gross. Granted, it still looks pretty gross, but... This is so clunky. It's probably going to crash just because I'm pushing these checkboxes. Response time is like 10 minutes per check. Okay. I mean, it's gross. Absolutely gross, but I've seen worse. There's something cursed about these shadows. I could probably add another filter, like, I don't remember what else they have in here, like a RGB color shift or something like that. I'm sure I could fix it a little bit more if I really played with it, but I'm kind of just bored with this. Yeah, like I could probably do RGB shift and maybe improve it a little bit. I don't know. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. No, I meant like, yeah, it's not what I was expecting. I don't even know. Well, didn't really do programming today. I mean, I'm sort of doing the aftermath of programming, like my Python scripts that create these XML files that I use for my video editing. It's somewhat programmatic, but you didn't really see me doing that. Let's see. So this point it's a little bit oversaturated. Let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, I'm tired. I think I'm gonna head out. If nothing else, my shoulder and neck hurt just from sitting in this stupid chair so long. Not at all what I was thinking was gonna happen. I might finish this edit off stream so that I can render this out. I need to watch it once through because I saw a bug where the slide was jumping into the middle. Fix that and then render it out, let it sit there and render for who knows how long. And at least I'll have one video done out of so many. But I might look into see if there's any intermediate like XML or other kind of scriptable video metadata file that I can use for to import into DaVinci Resolve, because as painful as it was to use, I think it would go a little bit more smoothly if I could use DaVinci. I'd have to learn it again because I forgot everything, but we'll see. That might be a good way to go if there's some file format that it can open up. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head out because I'm just tired and not feeling great, so. But thanks for joining me.